works. I'm trying to make a video real quick because I got these cool new plugins. It's going to be kind of difficult to show you all the ins and outs of it, but basically, the long and short of it is I had a lot of super crazy plugins on here. I can A/B them in a second, but I got this channel strip from Solid State Logic via pluginboutique.com. They had a sale on this and the bus compressor from Solid State Logic. They're usually like $500, but they were 90% off, so they were like $50, and I think that sale ends tomorrow. See if I can get some kind of like paid partnership thing on this. I don't even know how that works, but I gotta try not to curse too much or at all. So these are really cool. They're like super intuitive and very responsive. These controls, these EQ controls. This is for the kick drum. It's like for like a real life old school mixing board. It's pretty sweet. It's like got its own compressor and gate, and like the compressor sounds good. You can mix it in like wet dry, and the attack and release or the release and the attack things, and it's all like very intuitive and they sound good. You can like just like use your ear a lot more easily. It just sounds more natural to me. And this gate thing sounds great. Like it doesn't, like the way that it decays and like cuts things off, it just sounds more natural. So I'm saying natural a lot. Like I just really like naturality. So this is harder to use. It's definitely like compressor's compressor, like your compressor's favorite compressor. There's some cool producer presets that I'm gonna sort of take a peek at to figure out how this works better. I mean, it's just a compressor, but it seems to, it's just like works in like a little bit of a different way, I think. I'm going to show you a little comparison here real quick. So I've got this loop here, me playing D beat. Of what I think is a pretty good drum sound right now. So let me just back it up. We're going to listen to the kick. So that sounds super crazy and weird. It was kind of to make it stand out from the room mics. But it's just like all these different plugins. Like I don't know. I guess it gets more confusing to mix rather than just having this one channel strip. And we'll also do it through the bus compressor I was using. This is FET compressor, which I still really like. It's like a distressor style. So that's not as noticeable, but when you hear it on the whole drum set, a little bit more so. So I take all those off. I just feel like that's like a better, like the EQ sounds better. You just get like a better punch to it. Better snap to it. So when you hear the FET, I mean it's going into a limiter anyway, so for the drum bus, I like to have it like smash a little bit like that, so I can kind of push it up more easily without it peaking. So when you hear it without the add limiter, it's the FET. So it's much more subtle. Okay, snare. So the snare, I'm using the channel strips on the top, and it's really great for a snare sound. Like got the high pass, low pass, like all these different great EQ options. I'm not using the compressor because I have the top and bottom going into a bus compressor, which I'm using the SSL bus compressor. But I am using the gate. It sounds really good. And so let's hear the snare bus. right now. Yeah, like with the EQ in there, the EQ is making a little noisy, but let me get rid of that for a second. So at the bus, another good bus compressor that I think I was using in the limiter setting. But when you have the EQ, it even sounds weirder. So this already with the EQ like brings out less of the harshness, in my opinion. I probably only put that EQ in when it's with the whole mix. It sounds a little extra weird by itself. But if we listen to each of these individually, yeah, see, it's nice in the mix. So snare top on its own. Got like good full body to it. Before I was using these two, and it sounds weird. I was just kind of struggling to get it to sound a certain way with the rest of the mix. But like I said, with the sort of more intuitive features, I feel like I'm getting a better sound more quickly and more easily. And my cat's climbing all over my desk right now. All right, so then this one. Snare bottom is always tricky. I feel like this is a good snare bottom sound. Before it was pretty flat sounding. I mean, I felt like it made an improvement. Having like more body in the snare, and then of course the gate cuts out backward and always better. I thought about setting it like very aggressively to cut out the kick almost altogether. But I'm just going to keep it where it is. Yeah, around there. Okay. So, those are the two different options there. I think I even like how it sounds without the EQ, but gives it a little extra snap. Sounds pretty great. I feel like I can turn these up a little bit. Get some of that. Yeah, turn that one up a little bit. See, I feel like I can turn this up and I get less trash can sound. I'll tell you, it's pretty sweet. So, I don't know. Go grab it if you can. And try it out. I'm just sort of getting started, but I feel like I am getting some really cool results right away. So enjoy.